What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Miss Chrissy, and here is a request that I got from one of my subbies, and her name is doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And it was an eyebrow tutorial. So some people like my eyebrows and want to know how I did it. I'm happy to show you. These are my eyebrows, nice and filled in with a lot of freaking product. And next is the tutorial on how I got my eyebrows the way I have them. All right, stay tuned. All right, so let's get started with this tutorial. I'm going to start with the things that I use for my eyebrows and probably some good essentials that you may want to use if you want to do your eyebrows like mine. Number one, I'm using a hip cream eyeshadow. No, it's a cream eyeliner. This is basically used to create the shape of my brow. I'm using this to kind of draw out and create the shape of it with this. Most people rely on a pencil to do that, so it does the same thing. I'm also going to use a brow powder, two kind, one in mink brown, and this is called brow defining powder. That's the name of the product. You can get it from CVS, and I use that towards like the inner to the outer corner of my eye to kind of set what the cream eyeliner has already created. And then for the inner part towards the nose, I'm using a lighter brown. This color is taupe. It's the same company, Brow Defining Powder. You might want to use some kind of base or brown wax, and that's going to kind of tame your eyebrows and get it to a direction where it needs to go naturally and just kind of stay there when you're adding all the products to it. The last thing I used is a concealer. You can use any concealer that you use to conceal naturally. I just use this to further define the shape. You can add more or less depending on how crisp you want that shape to go, how dramatic you want your eyebrows to look. Okay, so now that you have your essentials, let's get started with the tutorial. First of all, make sure that your eyebrows are freshly groomed, shaped, or whatever. Mine aren't, so that's why I use that disclaimer. And what I do is and then comb it. Yeah, that wax to kind of help you. What I like to do is I kind of comb it to the side and comb it downward because I just try to make my eyebrows look as effortless as possible as far as my natural eyebrows before I start adding tons and tons of crap on top of it. Next, I'm going to go ahead and grab my eyeliner brush, grab some of the cream eyeshadow, and then I have a baby wipe right here. I'm going to dampen my brush just a little bit, and it allows me to use far less powder or product that I'm picking up, and it allows it to kind of glide on a little bit smoother. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and create the actual shape of the eyebrow. Start with a very stark line, starting from the middle of the eyebrow and extending it to the tail, and also extending it to, you know, the nose bone or wherever this is. So I'm creating the bottom half, and it's going to be very definite and very apparent, okay? All right, and so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab some more of the cream eyeliner, and I'm going to start from the middle again and just kind of create. I'm just going to be a little lighter with the strokes. Um, I'm going to pick up a little bit more of the cream, and the only thing that I'm going to actually fill in is the tail. And that's pretty much the shape that I want, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into that dark powder right here. And I'm going to try to pick up a lot. Just go ahead and fill in that color. Fill it in until right shy of that tail end right there. Just keep fading it inward, so that the majority of the product is really on the outer end of the eyebrow. It looks like that. So next what I'm going to do is go ahead and use the baby wipe again. I'm going to go into that light brown. I hate doing my eyebrows like one after another. But I'm doing this for you guys because it kind of looks uneven, but we gonna make it do what it do. We're gonna make it work. The concealer is gonna really help perfect all the imperfections and to make those eyebrows look crisper and all that. So it's all good. The last step that I use is the concealing. So just take this stick right here. Um, then I use the big brush that's on the other side of the eyebrow brush, and I'm just kind of sweeping off the product back and forth, back and forth. I want to get a healthy amount on the brush. And then, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to kind of outline the bottom part and the top part of the eyebrows and just kind of perfect that shape. And then I'm going to take advantage of any kind of like unevenness and probably go more into the actual brow itself to kind of help me out with making it look as even and symmetrical as possible. And I'm going way further outside of where my eyebrow naturally fades, and that's on purpose. All right. But I made a very stark line, and it's a little fatter at the end, and that's on purpose too. I mean, it's higher at this point, so more product needs to be kind of added right at this kind of point. So that's why I did it. For the top part, I kind of just really do the concealer mainly right behind the natural fade, and then just add a little bit more at the highest point. I don't do like a stark line for the majority of it. It's kind of like how just how you want it to appear, just how you want the shape to appear. So it's less constructed at the top, and that's what I do. So with that, you just want to take any residual you have left on the brush, which I have a pretty decent amount of product left, and just let that help you kind of fade it downward. All right, so this brown looks a little bit more perfect than this one. I mean, let me make it matched up. I ain't gonna say it's all good. It ain't all good. You shouldn't have no uneven brows. So there you have it. Okay, you guys. I hope you guys liked this tutorial. I hope you guys learned some things. And okay, next time I do my eyebrows, I'm gonna do them both together. But I just did this tutorial because I did get a request about my eyebrows. Got some nice compliment. I like this eyebrow better. Got some nice compliments about it, and I really appreciate it. So I hope you guys learned a lot from it. And just let me know what you think. Let me know if this is something that you're trying now or this is something that you will be trying. And as always, rate, comment, and subscribe. Come back. Bye.